Did you like Beauty and the Beast? You're an idiot. You're stupid. That's the vibe. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Welcome back to Under the Mountain ACOTAR podcast. My name's Lauren.
And I'm Frank.
And today we are going to be discussing Chapter 12 of A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Oh.
I wish I wasn't so injured for this review.
Yeah, wait, that looks really bad.
Yeah.
I think that maybe we need to go to the infirmary or something.
I guess I have one. Normally I wouldn't need it, but...
I'm here to help you. Me in my boyish, handsome, finely made vest.
That's Feyre's squire attire.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right?
And then you are looking...
Tattered,
but
glorious.
hot.
Yes.
Tattered, but powerful and sexy.
Agreed.
And yeah, so those of you who can't see us, I am Mask Feyre. You are injured... just come from the fight with a Bogge.
The fight of my life.
Tamlin.
But I came out on top, as usual.
Let's get going. How did you feel about Chapter 12? You had some nice things to say before we sat down.
We're cooking. We're off of the last chapter, which we're in a positive direction for me, because we're finally dealing with some internal strife.
There you go.
We have some plot momentum. We have some things happening.
Do we?
Yeah.
Sort of.
You know, something happens that pushes Feyre in the direction we all know she's going.
Yeah.
Which is to say, finding Tamlin hot.
Yes, absolutely. You don't find, though, like, at this point, we're not that far in, but, like, we're a little bit in. You don't... I feel like at this point, I was starting to feel like, man, this world's, like, kind of empty.
Oh, it's empty. There's, like, nothing going on.
We're always with the same people. We don't really talk about anyone else for the most part. It's a small cast.
It's a small world.
And simple things are... like, it's kind of simple what's simple. Going down.
Yeah, we're on the ride right now. We're on the... this is the A Court of Thorns and Roses dark ride. And we're seeing singular events at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
There's other courts we haven't heard about. It does feel
that. It feels like you're sitting there and they're like these animatronics doing like a simple scene.
Literally,
and you're like, oh, there they go.
We will go for the hunt.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just like, raise the bow, put it down, because I don't like hunting like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And then like, I'm wrapping your hand.
Yep. And I'm glowering over you, like, and you're like, oh, a little heart comes out.
That's
like,
it.
That's what we're up to.
It's that simple, really.
But I kind of like it.
I don't hate it.
It's
I definitely
slow,
don't hate it.
But I like it.
Chapter 12, we left off last chapter with Feyre having her traumatic dream about Andros, and she killed him, and he was a human, you know, whatever, Fae.
Yeah.
Barely indistinguishable. So...
they're the same guys.
Yeah, whatever. So she had that bad nightmare. She wakes up. It's the middle of the night. And she's like, I don't want to go back to sleep. I need to do something. I'm going to take a little walk around the mansion. Okay.
Just a little trot, a little stroll.
Yeah, and so she brings some paper with her. And she decides, maybe I should make a map of this place, where the doors are, where the windows are. She's drawing, she's marking it. I kind of liked this.
Very reasonable activities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Doing. I have a problem with the next paragraph or so, I feel like we had to insert it, and this doesn't feel like the right place to have done it.
What, state, like,
so she's drawing her map, and she's like, if anyone looked at this, they wouldn't know what the hell I was doing, because I'm illiterate.
Yeah, which I don't think.
But then she says she's drawing X's and O's.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, everyone knows what an X and an O is.
To me, a map is very much like painting or drawing.
It requires no language, even.
You don't have to write anything.
If she was writing instructions on how to escape to herself, and it was like gobbledygook because she can't write.
It feels forced. It feels like there had to have been another way to
Easy.
Get
so many ways.
Yeah. A map's like the one thing we've already introduced. She's good at drawing and painting and whatever. So like this, my brain relates this way more to that skill than writing.
100%.
Right?
You don't need to write almost at all to draw a map that is useful. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I agree. I don't know why that mattered.
It just felt weird to insert it there.
She's very down on herself this chapter.
She's very down on herself all the time, except when she's really aggrandizing of herself.
Yes, which makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, damn, she's really
She'd be dipping low.
right from I guess because she's feeling guilty about the Andros dream.
You know, the skinning and murdering of a near human person.
She's like, now she's like, I hate myself. And like, now, like, oh, nobody would even be able to look at my map. I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think these are the sorts of things. This, to me, was like, oh yeah, she's like being clever in a normal way.
Yeah.
Give her more of that.
I agree.
Right? Like, yeah, draw a map. She doesn't have a candle because she doesn't want to attract attention. So she's like, damn, I can't look at the art on the walls. And so then we get this little...
This was something. I actually wrote a lot about this. Go ahead. You start, and then we'll...
So she's thinking about how during the day she feels tempted to look at the art, but she won't do it because the servants are around, and she doesn't want to be seen looking at the art and liking the art.
Weird, right?
A little.
No, very. Like, that's weird. And not only very weird, but it's very weird to be conscious of that.
Is it?
I think so.
I don't think so. If it's that extreme, I think you'd have to be, right? Because you'd have to question, like, why am I know I love the art, why aren't I looking at it? And I suppose you have to answer that question, right?
But what is the answer? She doesn't
feels
want to be observed. She's self-conscious being observed, observing.
Yes, because she has so much shame about, again, frivolity, beauty, anything that is not practical.
Yeah. Feminine.
Veering into the feminine, which not that looking at paintings is feminine, but
it's more feminine than the rugged survivalism that
correct,
she's been.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like anything that could be like anything that you would associate with like a dandy, she's like, no, I hate that pussy shit, kinda. Like that's the vibe.
Yeah.
Right? So like I think admiring art to her is like the same as being like I'm getting a fruity cocktail. She's like,
nobody that I know better see me.
It's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay.
She clearly has like a real complex.
It's a big
about
complex.
This. It's a big complex.
And I assume this is going to continue forever. Does she ever grow out of this? Because this is a very loathsome quality in a protag.
It becomes a
weapon,
jumbled mess.
Okay, great.
Where yes, she does outgrow it in a lot of ways, but then she still has pieces of it that she maintains and is like,
these are good qualities.
But now they're good qualities. And then she's also like I said, sometimes when some people do it and not when other people do it.
You know.
And it's weird. It doesn't
that's
I don't know, it's odd. It's odd.
Okay.
Is what I'll say.
Well, I'll wait till we get there, but
yeah, so yeah, part of this is that the part of me that spoke with Nesta's voice laughed at the idea of an ignorant human trying to admire fairy art. Okay, well,
this is the single most psychologically jam-packed sentence in the book so far. The part of me, Feyre, the 19-year-old youngest daughter, that spoke with Nesta's voice, which is to say, what? Now we're talking about her internalization of Nesta.
Yeah.
Which isn't Nesta.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Okay.
Like, it's not. And Feyre does seem to project
a lot onto Nesta.
And negative qualities onto everyone, to be honest.
Yes.
Frequently.
Correct.
She even does it to Tamlin in this chapter. Mm-hmm. And I guess, like, everyone kind of does that. But, like, I don't know. I do feel like Feyre does it in a weird way. But I do have to say, the way Sarah wrote Nesta at this point in the story, she was uniquely mean.
She was uniquely mean in the few opportunities she had to speak. However,
she's goofy level mean.
However, what I find interesting, Feyre is misappropriating Nesta's negativity here.
How so?
Because Nesta, especially with Elaine, has no problem with frivolity. They have no problem with femininity.
That is true.
She's using negativity in her mind and calling it Nesta, which is crazy. Feyre's not doing well if her internal arbiter of self-censorship is her sister. Bad. That's not good for a girl.
There's so many things that are hard about that, though. It's like, doesn't everybody do that? And usually you do it with a parent, but her mom died, and Nesta kind of...
It's like the three girls almost were like parenting, they're mothering each other.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So like Nesta's... Everyone...
I would love to see if the Nesta POV has some of like Feyre
it definitely
isms at herself. you know?
I don't know if it's quite... Oh, I didn't read it, so I'm just based this off of every goddamn thing I've read online. It sounds like Nesta is very self-aware that she was mean.
Well, she's older, and then despite how mean she was, I do feel like she was a little more stable, seeing what we've seen of Feyre's mind
you're
so
right.
far.
In a way.
To be fair, Feyre is starving and hunting in the woods, so...
Yeah, Nesta's also starving. They're all starving.
They're all starving.
I guess. They say.
So they say.
I don't know. I feel conflicted. Like, I guess it is fucked up. And I agree. There's something weird about the, like... She is using Nesta to condemn frivolity, which is actually a Feyre problem. Nesta doesn't actually...
Correct.
...care about that. But she does specifically make it that Nesta would be laughing at her being stupid more than laughing at her being frivolous. So she's, like... using Nesta, who might think that. She might think it's stupid of you to admire their art, and then using that to condemn her frivolity, which that one's actually her thing.
Admiration requires no intelligence.
I know.
Isn't that interesting?
I agree with that.
It actually requires an open heart. It doesn't require intelligence at all.
Feyre has too much of a complex about being stupid, about whatever.
And intelligence.
Yeah. But also, I feel like... I'm like, when Feyre described the painting, she's like, oh, me looking at Fey art. I was like, what is unique about Fey art versus human art? Because all you described was like a botanical scene. Which is the most like
that's what's really going to be annoying, right? Like,
human art thing you could have.
If you want to say like they paint the normal stuff that everything paints, but they do it with such a high skill level because they're immortal.
I think it's that.
I would take that.
Well, I think it's that. No.
There's nothing then different about their art other than time to improve their craft, right?
Well, I guess she's... So like, I'm like trying to pinpoint, I'm like, what's...
Is there magic in these pastels is my question.
I guess I was thinking more what would make sense to me is like if their art is like somehow like incredibly abstract or something because
that would be sick.
Because they're immortal and they start having almost like a new way of viewing things, and she's like, I can barely comprehend this. But
that
like
would be interesting. Like they'd paint like a still life of fruit, but like through time.
Yeah.
And it's like every time they paint a living thing, it's like from birth to death.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like they can't
not like
do
what
it.
if it was something bizarre like that? That would be cool, a cool idea, because she'd be like, I almost like can't figure out what they meant. We never make the feyness or the immortalityness or any of those things feel alien. We like are allergic to that. We're like, actually they just
it's
just like us.
Of it all. It's like we have the Leviathans showing up and they're men in business suits. And then we have Death showing up and he's a guy in a business suit. Yeah, here are these things. Slap label on it. You get the idea, right? This is Gabriel, voice of God. He's a guy in a business suit. Stop doing it.
It's always a guy in a blazer, a business suit.
A leather jacket. When they want to be funny, it's a leather jacket. When they want to be like serious, he's wearing a suit.
It's very bad.
But that's
I wonder how much fan crossover there is. Some. Although what I'll say...
Damn it, Sammy.
What I'll say is maybe not also, though, because the discourse right now, which is fascinating and agreed, is ACOTAR fandom is so straight. And the supernatural fandom is really gay.
Gay and incestuous.
That too, right. ACOTAR is really like vanilla and straight. They're very like, ooh, what do you mean you're gonna ship the two male leads? Yeah, of course we are. So anyway.
They're immortal and Lucian's talking like this. You don't think they've tried it?
Hello?
You don't think they fooled around a little?
I would...
Talons popping in and out and all.
And canon-wise, no, they haven't, but...
What do you mean?
It's the same way their paintings are exactly the same, and they talk like they just came out of a college classroom, and they like and they also didn't.
Shit, Feyre.
Yeah. So anyway, yes, I think there's complexity. I think both things are true. Like I think Nesta has been mean enough. It makes sense that that Feyre internalized her meanness to talk to herself, but I also think that Feyre loves taking another person and saying like, oh, actually, this thing that I'm doing, it's not mine. You made me do it.
What, disavowal? That's the concept you were talking about? Yeah, well, haughtiness, cockiness, and a better-than-you attitude that Feyre definitely possesses and is right now shipping off to Nesta. And that's that's not right or fair. It's her own.
It is.
Feyre has
But
this.
she's 19, and that's
of course.
Here, there's a lot of things that you guys are like, she's 19. Also,
19.
probably not you guys watching. More people like
Probably
on
not.
TikTok and whatever. But like, she's 19, and I'm like, I don't know if I buy that as an excuse for XYZ. This I will. This
Sure.
feels very 19,
Absolutely.
right? To be
Yeah.
like, no, these negative qualities, no, I
They
swear
can't
it's
apply
my
to me.
family. You know.
Yeah.
That I'll give you. She doesn't look at the art. She can. It's too dark. She goes to the entrance hall. The whole house is empty and silent. And suddenly,
She feels a breeze.
the garden door opens and she turns to find Tamlin in his beast form, skulking in the house, looking disheveled and messed up. And I thought that the way he was described here sounded a lot more man-like than his original showing up.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I guess he is in the process of shrinking back down a little.
No, because I think that
there is
the
a flash.
shrank is so...
The shrank is magical. You're right.
It's a big blast of light.
Maybe because he's injured.
I don't know.
And I do think
Something about the way she described him entering the room. I don't know if it's just my brain always defaulting to wanting him to be like
that's interesting.
Man beast.
I didn't. That's funny.
Really, I think I just want it so bad that I was like, here he comes. He's certainly half man. Let me think it's hot. And so you were imagining that creature coming in on all fours.
I mean, so he might have been walking on two legs.
Whatever the fuck was described originally was not walking on two legs.
I kind of pictured it that way. I don't know why. I don't like he came in on all fours and then like reared up and just stood. Like
I don't know. I guess I'm struggling.
Like a lichen. Like a classic.
Okay, yeah.
You know, like a underworld.
I'm struggling
werewolf.
to imagine the thing that was described doing that.
Fair.
I really am.
He was so large.
Yes, he was.
She forgot how large he was.
Of course.
Yeah. Lupine face, like a wolf.
Yes, of course.
Bear-like body. Curled horns. Feline fluidity. Oh, I can't help but think like he's like one of those big fat bears.
Aww.
Yeah.
That makes me like him more.
I know. I sent you the TikTok. They're doing Alaska has the fattest bear competition right now.
So that's what you think Tamlin looks like?
Well, maybe. You know, I just saw a bunch of fat bears. So
he's bleeding. He's limping. Turns back into a man. He doesn't have any of his weapons. His clothes are all torn up. Oh, God. You could just see so much of his body.
God. Oh, it's just fucking hanging out like this. It's crazy.
She asks him if he killed the bog. He says yes. A dull, empty answer, as if he couldn't be bothered to remember to be pleasant, as if I were at the very, very bottom of a long list of priorities.
You are.
You are.
You are.
You absolutely
Not only
are.
are you always, but he's hurt. So you're like extra down at the bottom.
Well, he's like in a life and death situation, right? He's literally fighting for his life right now.
He just fought, as you'll reflect on, a creature of nightmare.
Yeah.
Not 10 minutes ago. That should not have been there. So there's pride damage, there's physical damage, there's psychic damage going on.
I know.
And she's like, he's not even being nice to me. Well, bitch, I don't know. When he's over there asking to like walk you around the grounds, you're a little cunt. So right now,
oh my God,
he's fucking bleeding, and you're like, he can't even be pleasant.
Well, I guess I'm confused because I'm like, okay, right now he's treating you like you're at the very bottom of a long list, and he honestly could have been treating you that way from the very beginning, theoretically.
Should have been. You killed Andros.
Anything, you're so attached to Andros. If anything, he kind of goes out of his way to treat her very much not like that. She just keeps rejecting him, which is her prerogative, but he's like actually dying.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So he says, or something. I don't know.
Well, meaning like, because he's like, oh, I can't like heal from a bog bite.
Bog bite.
He notices his hand is cut and bleeding. She's like, oh, you're hurt. And then it says he looks at his hand as if remembering he has one. And it's like, yeah, this man he's not even in his right mind to like remember that he's mortally injured right now. And you're like, I can't believe.
I did think this whole thing was kind of effective. Okay, I think it was I think his shifting of forms,
Yeah.
his incorporealness was interesting. Because it was like, he's wounded mentally, right? So he's like mentally not there.
Yeah.
And that manifests on him physically, where he's like kind of in between like 2 or 3 different states.
Yeah, that is
He's
cool.
like trying to maintain his human form
to
interface with her. But he literally is also a giant monster all the time.
I know.
So then like it almost like impresses upon you like, oh, like this guy's literally a giant beast who maintains a man form.
Yes, right. Sure. Maybe.
Like,
it's like, who's to say?
Court comfort and things like that, like he's some sort of
Would he be happier full-time as a beast?
I don't know. It seems like maybe. From what he says, like he's kind of like a warrior, like spirit at heart,
and like if I were his girlfriend, that's what I would encourage.
Let's talk about that. If you were his girl, so how does he ask you out? Like that's
how does he ask me?
Did you
out?
break the treaty? Like, are you?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think so. Maybe I don't ride the horse, and maybe he just puts me over his shoulder.
That's not what I thought you were gonna say. Okay.
How crazy you think I'm getting right now?
Yeah, I never know with you. I never know.
No, I'm thinking I'm over the shoulder, maybe a spank, and then he runs into the woods. I don't know.
You're like, fuck this horse. I don't need it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I would
get pooked in 2 seconds.
How would I get pooped?
You'd be like, it would just be like, oh, big sexy. It's like, oh, where did Tamlin go? Another sexy Tamlin at the gate. You're like, running all the way up.
Well, that would have been, actually, the puka doing that would really confuse you because you just think it's him.
How would you know? But it turns into what you want most. So for you, another Tamlin.
Yeah.
It would be like 2 Tamlins, and they have like no shirt, and they're just like sweaty from the hunt.
And I would be like,
that's impossible. And then there's 2 pukas trying to pull you apart. Like,
I would be like, feasibly in the fairy world, maybe there could be 2.
There should be 2.
Anyway, but yeah, I would encourage him to be in beast form at all times if it's the beast form I'm imagining and maybe not the one in the book.
Facts.
But yeah, we do a lot of this Tamlin struggling with his beast side and like kind of having that shifting, dangerous but human, but this and that. And I just feel that is very interesting. That is very sexy. And we just throw it in the trash as just completely irredeemably bad. And actually you're stupid for having thought that maybe that could be a fun exploration. That's how the book makes me feel.
That sucks.
I know. And I'm kind of like, well, what was the point? What even was the point? It feels like it's just being like, did you like Beauty and the Beast? And a lot of people do. Was there something about that you found appealing and charming? You're an idiot. You're stupid. That's the vibe. I'm sorry.
Oh, man. All right.
Okay. He's like bleeding out. She's like, oh, your hands hurt. Then he like looks down at her paper and he's like, what's that? What is that? And she's like, oh, I'm learning my surroundings. I think it's even fine for her to be like, yeah, I'm making a map. Like, it's not crazy.
For one, she's not hiding what she's doing.
Yeah.
Too, so that's a refresh. Yeah.
And then he says, because again, I don't know, this just felt kind of like a plot contrivance that the map is informing him that she can't write.
You inserted at the beginning. It barely made sense.
I know.
And now he's looking at the map. He's like, are you illiterate? It's like,
based on what? Exactly.
Why can't it be that you don't know what she writes or speaks too? Because she's writing something down.
But like, I don't know. Like, we're acting like if you're illiterate, it's like you can't write an X and an O because they're letters, and she's like.
But it said she knew her simple characters or something. So I'm like an X and an O.
If she can draw a flower, she can make the most perfect X and O in the entire world. Nothing would look weird about this.
She doesn't not have hands. You know what I mean? She can hold a pen.
But I'm saying, like, she can visually look at something and then recreate it.
I
know.
know.
She could probably write words out looking perfect. She just doesn't know what they mean.
Correct. She can draw words.
That's what I'm saying. The picture itself should not look bad because she's illiterate. She just can't
write what it is and know
Tamlin could write his name and she should be able to copy it perfectly because she's an artist. She just won't know what that it relates to 100%, Tamlin. Anyway, so I don't understand what this man looked at a drawing of his house with X's and O's. What part of that informed him she's illiterate?
I don't know.
Anyway,
you tell me.
He says, you can't write, can you? She thinks in her head, ignorant, insignificant human. Like I said, she's in her self-deprecating era.
Yeah.
But, like, not in the funny way. He says, no wonder you became adept at so many other things.
Not what he'd be thinking about right now, probably. I thought she was on the bottom of a very, very long list. And he's paying her compliments and shit. He's rizzing right now? My man can't help but rizz?
I think that's more maybe what we should get out of it.
Yeah.
As we're like, wow, he's hot and complimentary even in his...
The closer Tamlin is to death, the higher the rizz factor.
Could be.
Yeah, that's spring court of you.
I don't know. No wonder he became adept at so many other things. I think that is a weird conclusion, though.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Sure. She asks where they can clean up his hand. I mean, I like Feyre being able to, like, take some... This is a reasonable scenario for her to take charge in, because usually you'd be like, why is she taking charge? You're the 500-year-old extremely powerful fairy. But he's fucked up, and she's like, I'm good at this. I liked that we found a way
for her to exercise control in a soft way, but also a strong way.
Yeah, exactly. And it made sense. So good job with that. So he's leading her to the infirmary. She's like, this is actually such good information to know where medical supplies are. But more than that, I'm thinking about how Lucien told me about Tamlin's burdens and his isolation, and how the estate shouldn't be his, and she actually feels sorry for him, which I like. There's plenty to feel empathy for, even though he's a kidnapper. Again, he's not just a kidnapper for fun, though. Like, we have to keep that in mind.
It's like, if I rob 7-Eleven,
yeah,
and we're not saying robbing 7-Eleven is a good thing to do, but if I rob 7-Eleven, I go to jail. You wouldn't call the police kidnappers.
What if it's sort of entrapment?
Well, then that's different. But I don't know that. Okay. You know what I mean?
Just saying, though.
That's still, she did pull the trigger. You know what I mean?
Okay,
unless she was magicked into shooting.
Which, it's like,
I mean, she kind of was because he was in disguise. So there's that.
They're clearly playing some game here where they're like, it needed to be something where, like, you pretty much wouldn't think for sure it's a fairy, but also it was questionable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it couldn't be the ant thing.
I don't think that would have counted.
Her way into the forest, she steps on Andros the ant.
That would have counted. Go to the infirmary. It's basically just like a little closet with a table, and it's very well stocked, right? It's not like it's nothing also like fancy.
It's not that big, yeah.
No, it's little.
Like tight and not very useful, which makes sense.
Yeah, well, so she's like, well, you know what? They have like super healing powers, so I guess they don't need to use this very much. Tamlin, they make him kind of hot here. He like leans on the table, like, oh. She's looking through the supplies. She's intimidated by the idea of touching him, but she chooses, to do it anyway because she feels bad for him. She wants to help him right now.
Mm-hmm. And how's his hand feel? Is it like a normal hand?
Like an inferno.
Against her cool fingers?
Right. And she's like cleaning his hand and bandaging it, and she's surprised his claws aren't coming out. And it made me think of something.
What did it make you think of?
I think that I think she couldn't put it in because it's musical, and you can't get that across in a book, but I think that they sing a song here. I think they do.
Yeah, I can hear the song.
Can you?
Yeah.
There's something sweet and almost kind, but he was mean and he was coarse and unrefined. But now he's dear and so unsure. I wonder why I didn't see it there before. And then you sing my favorite part.
I don't know. What is it?
She glanced this way. I thought I saw.
And when we touched, she didn't shudder at my paw. No, it can't be. I'll just ignore. But then she never looked at me that way before.
Wow, and that's exactly what's happening right now. It's literally the same scene.
Literally the same scene.
I know.
Oh, because after the wolves. Wait. Yeah. This is dumb as hell.
It's a retelling,
Yeah. You're right. That's fine.
Yeah.
You could do that.
So there's a whole song about this scene that you could listen to.
Yeah, go ahead and look it up. Yeah. It's Beauty and the Beast, 1990.
Yeah, whatever. His hand's in a bowl of water. I always like that scene.
Yeah, it's sweet.
She goes to dab him and he goes ooh. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway, I liked that. I loved the the tenderness, and they're like, oh, is he gonna eat her because he's mad? But then like you're like, no.
He's a dick, but he's kind of sweet. Like, you know, like,
he's so sweet. Again, like, God forbid a girl likes a grumpy beast to sweet lover boy plotline. Like, come on.
When he becomes a man, he's still gonna be grumpy. Like, that's just how that guy is.
I mean, well, that was why he was cursed to begin with.
Yeah,
he was.
He turned away an old lady. Was she selling apples? What was she doing? Selling roses.
Yeah.
He wouldn't buy a rose.
It's a little bit of an overreaction, but I think it was predicated on previous
A Court of Thorns and Roses. Wow. It's all there, guys. We're putting it together.
Yeah.
The overt homage is overting.
Yes. His eyes are on her, and suddenly she's feeling too hot. Oh, this room is too hot. He thinks, if Tamlin was that powerful, then the High Lords of Prythian must be near gods. Why has it never occurred to her?
She never thought about it yet.
That maybe it could be him.
You know, just to keep it up.
He's in charge of everything. We're in a big court.
And here's the thing. That would be kind of cool if it wasn't.
Well,
as a story.
Honestly, that would eat if we were like, no, actually,
Tamlin's
this is
not
a joke.
even.
This is a joke.
It's like, yeah, he's mid-level strong. He's stronger than humans, but like...
Yeah, what, you thought the one that just looked like a guy was the most powerful? No. We're like too anime-brained.
That's the thing. I'm power scaling. I'm thinking like, oh, you have no idea how strong fucking King Pumpkin is, you know? Like,
yeah. This, I was not a fan of. He says, you can't write, yet you learn to hunt to survive. How?
How?
Well, you know what? I have to say, I think that humans...
Yeah.
Somehow were in fact hunting and surviving predating the written word.
I don't know. Were they? Let's see. Hold on.
I'm positive.
We had to eat before we had to write, 100%.
How are those things correlated?
We were hunting before we were humans. We were hunting as monkeys.
I know.
And we were not writing.
That was the very first thing we did. How did you learn how to survive without writing? That was the number one thing that occurred in all of human history. Surviving.
Yeah.
And not writing.
Not writing.
They didn't come out and learn how to write first and then go, oh, now I'll learn how to survive.
You have to read each arrow before you shoot it, or it like won't work.
What is this?
I don't know.
This is just and this is not going to be like a thing where we're like, oh yeah, Sarah knew that. It's just that Tamlin's kind of dumb and it was intentional. No. Sarah just thought that sounded good and deep.
And you're never going to question it after this. And it's just
stupid
it's romantic.
Stupid as fuck thing to say. And now Tamlin seems stupid by proxy, but he's not actually supposed to be stupid. And here we are. She says, that's what happens when you're responsible for lives other than your own, isn't it? You do what you have to do.
Damn. I can't believe that Tamlin created that opening for her to slam dunk on. When people depend on you. You know what that's like, right, Tamlin?
I mean, this is kind of like their theme, though, because this is what they're going to bond over.
Their shared suffering for others that they have to do because they're so good.
He says, you aren't what I expected for a human.
Oh.
And then she leaves the room. The next morning, she's trying not to think about their nighttime encounter because it was just like a little too horny for her. She can't deal with it right now. The hall is empty and she's like, oh, maybe I can finally look at the art.
Is it art time?
But then she hears voices talking in the dining room, male voices.
It's snooping time.
Who could it be? Surely it's no one new. Of course it's Tamlin and Lucien.
So we have 3 named characters in this house.
Surely it's them.
Lucien, Tamlin, and Slave Alice.
I did have a moment where I was like, oh, maybe like some new character. No, it's just them again.
There's no butler. There's no head of whatever. And then you covered everyone in masks so you didn't have to give anyone a personality. None of the horse boys spoke.
I know.
We didn't name Alice's assistant friend.
I know. And why not? It's not like we have too many characters.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like,
if we're like 40 deep, I'm like, save me the page boy's assistant.
But I'm like, we need more. Just use them. Do something.
Do something. And all we've gotten so far are just like titled monsters. Like this is a fucking RPG. This is the Bogge. 47 HP, 65 NP. He's a spellcaster. Watch out. The Puka, huge dexterity, very fast. Beware his lair, shapeshifter. Like
I know. I just feel like when she said it, it almost felt a little cliffhanger-y for a moment where you were like, oh, another emissary's here. Another political leader's here.
Cauldron, please.
Yeah.
Cauldron, please. Give me someone new.
Yeah, so like I thought that. I was like, maybe somebody does show up. Maybe someone new's here. No, it's just
we
them.
have
and
referenced.
They're only ever on top of it. They're only ever in the dining room. They're never anywhere else.
We
in
get
this
no
huge
new rooms.
house.
We have a hallway that leads to art. We have Feyre's bedroom, and we have the dining room in this house, and the foyer.
And they're all attached to the grand entrance.
That's it.
No, I dead ass.
And there's
was like,
76 staircases, though.
Wait, I'm shook that not only is it just them again, but that they're also talking about it in the dining room. I was like, surely she's here because I don't know where she is in the
study.
House with the art. Well, surely they're in a study. Surely they're in. What are all these rooms?
I don't know. We don't go in them.
I couldn't believe it was them in the dining room again. I'm sick of it.
Lucian's russet eyeball has been mentioned more than characters named in this book. I guarantee you, at this point, Lucian, Tamlin, Alice, the mercenary, fucking Feyre, her sisters, and who was she banging?
Isaac
Hale. That might be it.
Yeah,
and the russet eye has been named like 46 times already.
Stop with the russet eye.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm so pissed. So this is why I was complaining about it earlier.
Yeah, I'm started. I don't like. Here's the thing.
No, the emotional beats were kind of working here. I don't know. I'm just like, oh my god, I cannot believe it's just them again.
This book is leaning so heavily on the backbone of Beauty and the Beast and just tropes.
Oh, but
and
I like
goofy stuff.
And I like
me too,
a trope.
but I just don't expect anything else. I'm like, you're gonna give me this. You're gonna give me the dining room 67 times. Okay.
God, you're okay with it?
That's where we're going. We're going to the dining room again.
I want to get out.
It's like there's been an avalanche and we're trapped in the ski lodge. There's 3 rooms, and we're just going.
But it's absurd to make it that way, but also be like, but actually, I bothered to make it the biggest mansion you've ever seen with 76 staircases.
Yeah.
And it's like, but why'd you even do that if you weren't going to let me go in any of them?
And like, you know, a trillion fields of flowers and all that, and we don't even glance them from a distance half the time.
No. She hears them talking and she wants to listen, so she like goes and hides in the shadows by the door, and which she thinks is a cowardly, wretched thing to do. I think that's weird because she's so like will like build herself and her decisions up in these weird times where I'm like, maybe right now is a good time to like self-reflect. And this doesn't seem like that big of a sin to me.
No.
So I'm like, I don't know. Why are you being so dramatic about this?
I guess because she's horny about him. So now she's like,
maybe you're right.
Now I'm actually like doing a bad thing. Because
Okay.
I consider him like a worthy person now.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So they have this whole conversation. How much of this would you like to get into?
You know, let's do it. I wrote Lucy and Tam Tam are fighting about something.
And that's the truth.
That's
Did you have any thoughts? What are they fighting about? What do you think this is? What does this mean?
Lucian is telling Tamlin to hurry up.
Yes.
I assume that means in courting and or fucking our young Feyre to impregnate her and take her magical baby and force it to protect the lands. I don't know.
Oh.
I have no idea. I don't know what the story is, but I assume it has something to do with Feyre's body.
Her cha-cha.
Her cha-cha. Yeah.
What? I mean, yeah, of course.
I don't know. Does he have to, like, you know, if we're going the chaste route, like, he's supposed to marry her. Yeah. Maybe a baby.
You think he's trying to forcibly breed her for the realm.
Sometimes you must do that which you don't wish to do. You know what I mean?
I mean, that sounds
you know
like,
what I'm saying?
Well, that sounds like my kind of book.
Yeah, that's not the kind of book we're holding.
It doesn't really go that far. You're in the wheelhouse.
I'm in the ballpark, yeah. The hurry up can only be one thing. We're only doing one thing.
Stop. I mean, yeah, but
It involves Feyre, right? It involves Tamlin and Feyre, right?
It does, but I guess you don't have... It doesn't have to, theoretically.
The way this book is shaped.
I know. We can't get out of the dining room. You think another plot's going on in the back?
Certain books have a miasma about them where you're like, I don't know where I'm going. Like, it could be anywhere in this foggy maze.
Yeah.
This book is a funnel shuttling me down with gravity to the inevitable conclusion of this is the most desirable young girl I've ever seen.
Yeah, shoving you down the gruel horn, if you will. That's just a shout out for my Terry Goodkind fans, for the Secret Confessor fans out there.
Damn.
And if you don't know what I'm talking about, please just feel free to gloss over that. Yeah, so Lucian's like, I just want to know what you think you're doing. Tamlin says, what are you doing?
They have a great argument, yeah.
Me? By the cauldron, Tam. There isn't much time. You're just sulking and glowering. You're not even trying to fake it anymore. Tamlin says it was a mistake from the start. I can't stomach this. Not after what my father did to the humans. I won't be like my
father.
Yeah,
He pillaged their lands.
He says, so back off.
So back off. Back off, Lush.
And then...
Tim Tam out, you know?
He says, back off while you seal our fates and ruin everything. I stand with you out of hope, not to watch you stumble. For someone with a heart of stone, yours is certainly soft these days.
I don't like this, and I don't know what it's about, and that's bad. I'm like, I don't know what this is about, but I'm guessing good enough, and I don't like the way you wrote it. Like, when I know what this is about, I'm going to be correct. I
also find it confusing, because, so just take the general vibe of the way we're going. I'm still finding it confusing, because he's being like, you're not trying to, like, woo her. You're not trying to be nice to her, etc., right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but from the beginning, Lucian
didn't want her here and said, I wish you were maybe dead.
That's what he kept saying, kill her, kill her. So I'm like, wait, but what?
Is this Lucian's way to assuage his guilt of what they're about to do to this poor girl?
I'm confused. I really am confused.
Those two things don't jive.
I agree.
His attitude towards Feyre about her being there versus... how he's acting now behind the scenes.
I want to go back and reread, like, when she first got there, like, knowing what I know. When she first got there, I was, like, really confused by how Lucian was acting.
He was like, if it's up to me, like, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be dead.
And he's like, oh, like, wow, Tamlin, you've inconvenienced us so much by having so much empathy and pity and bringing her here. And I'm like... yeah,
and now but why? It seems to be some sort of plan. You know what you should have done? Introduced another fucking character to be yelling at Tamlin right now. Hey, make it the Owl Man that works on the watch. That was Andros's friend.
I just can't remember. I'm like, did Lucian not know the plan until after Feyre? But that doesn't make, if knowing other things I know, that doesn't make sense. So I don't know if I'm forgetting something or if it's just...
wishy-washy hand wave, and now we need a new plot direction.
That's kind of what I feel like. Yeah, I might be wrong.
I don't know.
See. Lucian's trying to be like, oh my god, the Bogge was here. Tamlin, you know how bad things are getting. Like, what, are you just going to be out on the lands fighting all these monsters all the time? Whatever.
Farming XP.
And then Tamlin tells him to watch his mouth, and then Feyre smells magic, so you're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
They're getting really heated.
The boys are fighting. Yeah. And then Lucian bears his fangs, right?
I thought Tamlin did.
I think it was Lucian.
Really?
Yeah, because he kind of like steps back up and he's like, basically like, don't fucking, you know.
Well, and this is what seems appealing about having
male empreg, like, fun times, you know? Like, this is the sort of thing that we look forward to in fantasy books for. When one fairy is fighting with another fairy, his fangs are around his neck, and we have a good time. Hold on. So,
and he's just unloading cum,
just pumping in
the other one's pussy.
Wow. See, this is when you said earlier how wild. I'm not going to
talk about myself like that.
You're just going to use Lucian's ass like that?
Yeah, they're not real. I'm allowed.
You're going to prime and fucking rail and stretch Lucian like that?
Jesus.
You're going to leave him gaping and pathetic on the floor as Tamlin with his stone cock walks away? Huh?
Stop! You're getting crazy. You're getting crazy.
Now banned on TikTok.
Yeah, I can't even clip that.
Yeah, that sucks. You're going to clip something.
I guess I could just bleep every 3 seconds.
I'm good for that.
Okay, so you think Lucian would be the one to get pregnant? Is what I'm hearing.
100%. Obviously. What are we talking about?
Okay. Yeah, probably.
It's like Chuck Bass. Chuck Bass is getting pregnant.
Who's
He's the fox.
Fucking Chuck
I don't know. There's guys on that show that are more masculine than Chuck Bass.
Not really.
All right.
Actually, no.
All right, if I'm on the show... I don't know.
If Tamlin showed up?
If Tamlin showed up, he's fucking Chuck Bass. That's all. The window's open. I'm just screaming. Me Googling who tops Chuck Bass.
Unfortunately, I think Chuck Bass is at the top of the Predator totem pole in the Gossip Girl verse. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, I think that what you like, other than the M-Preg, is that you're like, oh, these primal beasts are like, they're squaring up. It has that like, oh, it's this animal feel to it.
They're literally, and they're so mad that like fucking magic's flying. Like that's kind of crazy.
Yes. And it's a little dangerous. That's, again, why I'm reading this book and not the hockey romance book. Yeah? Okay.
Exactly.
Although maybe they're a little dangerous, too. They're just getting their teeth knocked out.
They're losing teeth, yeah. Little spying mouse, Feyre, squeaks when the magic goes off.
Yeah, she, like, accidentally,
and
her finger...
little finger tunks against the door, and they're like... Pfft.
They immediately hear.
Because they're such predators.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she just walks in and she tries to like play it off. She smiles and Lucian's like, oh my god, I can't believe you were out there. She smiles at them and is like, oh, you going for a ride? To Lucian, like as if that's why she showed up. Lucian's like, nope, you should go with that guy.
Lucian
Tamlin.
says, not today, human. And I was like, whoa. Yikes.
I know, and it's so funny that, like, honestly, from the beginning, Lucian's the one who actually treats her the way she's, like, so worked up about, but she keeps ascribing it to Tamlin, I guess because he's the one who came and fetched her.
I think it's because that, and because she likes Tamlin, and because Lucian is definitely not straight, but, you know, whatever.
If anything, he's a bi king.
He's not the obvious target of Feyre's eroticism, probably.
Because she's homophobic?
Yes. You heard it here, folks.
Are you making a commentary on general women, or are you making a commentary on Feyre by saying that?
I think Lucian's characterization reads more homosexual to a small backtown, scaredy pants little girl. Alice literally says he loves to be cunty back. Girlfriend.
She's specifically saying banter, and banter is very sexually charged.
It is.
He absolutely seems like a viable sexual option.
Okay, sure, for sure. Anyway, he's not the virile representation of spring, though, which I can understand maybe that's too big of a target for a 19-year-old girl sometimes.
What is
the manifestation of spring?
Yeah,
that's maybe scary.
Right, he might be more like he's more like.
It's easier to demonify him from Feyre's perspective.
Who, Tamlin?
Tamlin.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting. I feel like she kind of lets Lucian.
He gets a pass.
Slip by because he's a little funny, and
he's one of the girls sometimes. You know what I mean? But then again, Feyre does not like the girls, so. Feyre hasn't been nice to one girl yet.
The mercenary.
Wait, she's not homophobic. She's gay.
It's internalized homophobia.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Comp het, that's what it is.
She's bisexual.
Tamlin too. All right, we're done. Everyone's bi.
When I'm in charge and that I'm writing the fanfic, that's exactly how it is.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, we're getting so off topic. Anyway, I don't know, she comes in, he says, not today, human. Tamlin's like all annoyed that Lucian offers him to go riding. Feyre notes that he is covered in more knives than usual. I don't know.
What does this look like, too? Like,
yeah, we need to get you in that.
But what do you mean he's covered
Loaded
in knives?
Up with knives.
Does Tamlin at some point throw daggers?
Well, I don't know. Again, I'm still not clear on, like, do they need these weapons? Are the weapons...
But sometimes he doesn't have them. Sometimes he has a bunch of them.
When he went to fight the Bogge, he seemingly... Did he lose them all? Or he didn't bring them for that?
We don't know. We didn't see him leave that night. So we don't know what he was equipped with. Does he... when he fights, do the daggers, like, represent his stamina? Like, what... Is this a video game? What is this? Like... He's not grabbing a dagger in his beast form. He has claws.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Unless he needs special daggers to kill certain types of fairies.
Maybe
or
it's
something.
like that. Maybe maybe he's like wearing for like
cold
all
iron
potential.
Or some shit. Like okay.
I don't know. She says she doesn't want to go hunting. She actually hates hunting. And then he's like,
Brat.
Okay, well, what do you want to do? I only offered, that was only on the table because you came in here and said, can we go hunting?
She technically said, can we go riding today? Which she's always gone hunting, so I feel like that was just to avoid exactly what you just said, but it's stupid. She's been going hunting every day.
That's what they keep saying.
With Lucian. And then she comes in like, can we go for a ride? As opposed to a hunt, which it's been.
No, I guess that characterization-wise makes sense, like, Lucian's been conceptualizing it as a hunt. Feyre's been thinking about it as a ride.
Riding,
but that's fine. But she still turns down riding with Tamlin, is what I'll say, right? In a way.
Yeah. And he says, all right, what do you want to do?
Yeah, he says, bet. What do you want to do? So then they're walking down the hall together.
Yeah.
Tamlin makes a little joke. He's like, well, no wonder you guys aren't catching anything if you hate hunting. She sort of, like, you get this sense she wants to laugh, but she has this thought of, like, I'm not going to let my guard down around him. Things are bad in his court right now. He's the most dangerous.
He's not a good prospect.
Yeah, he's the most dangerous creature I've ever met. And I really don't know what to make of him. Like, I mean, having some amount of, like...
These are good internal thoughts.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with any of this. She asks if his hand is okay. He says, I didn't thank you. She says, you don't need to.
Yeah, you'll never have to.
He says that the bog has anti-healing magic for the Fae. Sure. So that's why it wasn't recovering.
Cool, yeah.
He asks how she learned to bind wounds the way that she did. He says, I can even use my hand the way you wrapped it.
Amazing. I mean, I don't think I did as good of a job, unfortunately.
Well, you didn't have to learn because
I never had the pressures of winter and my starving family to motivate me. You're right.
She says she learned it through trial and error because she needed to be able to use her bow. Tamlin says, I mean, you should say this.
Has anyone ever taken care of you?
See, I was thinking it was more emphasis on the you. Like, has anyone ever taken care of you?
Ew, you're right.
That's what I think.
Has anyone ever taken care of you?
Yeah, right. And she, no. Damn.
And I stopped feeling bad about it a long time ago, she thinks. No, you haven't. You think about it all the time.
Like, that's like your entire personality. And it's not 100% wrong either that you're upset about it, but like it's definitely your whole personality.
See, yeah, I think, and we're going to run into this problem a lot, especially with commenters and things like that. Like, when we say you're being illogical, we're not saying that doesn't make sense for a 19-year-old girl, necessarily, in this regard.
Sometimes, but...
And we're not saying that it's even bad writing.
No, it depends. I think there's quadrants,
There's so many times where it can be... And it shifts around those quadrants.
There's many quadrants. The quadrants are the character is being stupid, and I like it.
Because it serves the work.
Because it really works for the character, and that's exactly how you're supposed to feel. There's the character is being stupid, but I don't think that I'm supposed to think the character is being stupid, and that's just a failure of the writing, which I don't like. Are there any others?
Like, just the character being smart. The inverse.
No,
of
yeah,
those.
I'm saying I'm just on the stupid train, right?
Yeah.
There's the character's stupid. Okay, wait. There's other ones. There's the character's stupid, and we're supposed to think she's stupid, but I think the way you're making her stupid is stupid.
That's a good one.
Right? And then there's like...
a different layer, yeah.
I guess those are the... Okay, so there's the character stupid.
And it works.
I think the way she's stupid totally makes sense, is really good characterization, and I think you did it intentionally, and I'm loving it, but I'm still complaining because she's being an idiot. But we love it.
Within the text, yeah.
Yeah, then there's... She's being stupid, but you wanted me to think she was being smart.
It doesn't make sense.
That's bad
you
writing.
Failed the writing. Yeah.
And then the third one is you made her stupid in a way that I don't even think a person would be stupid. You wanted me to think it was stupid, but it's stupid in a new way that you didn't intend.
That's maybe the worst one because it's so muddling.
Yeah, that one's confusing.
That one's confusing. And that one happens a lot in this book.
So this one, her saying, I'm over it, that feels intentional.
That's intentional and good.
Yeah, I would say it's annoying because you're like, Feyre, but like, it's good characterization.
It's good characterization for Feyre because it tells us something about her.
Yeah.
Which is that she's unreliable. And now we have another whole can of worms to talk about.
And that she's unaware.
She's unaware. That's what makes her unreliable to us. We read and we've seen plenty of evidence that this girl cares a ton about being abandoned and all this, never being taken care of. But she internally, to us, via the monologue or whatever it's called, the dialogue with the audience, is telling us that she doesn't think that's true.
Right, that's pretty clever. True. That's pretty clever. I like that.
That is, and that's one of the benefits of first person writing, because you get to do things like that.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, Feyre's not even aware. And that's fun for the reader. It feels good in your brain. You're like, I picked up on a pattern about this character.
But then it does, like, of course it ends up being really kind of subjective and confusing, where you're like, she's going to do this there's going to be situations like this and thoughts like this all over the place. And they are going to fall into all three of those quadrants.
Yes.
And we're all not going to agree on which one goes in which, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's interesting. That's kind of what's fun, though, about talking about it. He dunks on her a little. He's like, well, I'm curious. Are you ever going to use that knife you stole from the dinner table? And that's just Lucien and Tamlin owning her a lot.
She's got to stop thinking that she's...
I know.
She thought nobody saw her. They obviously did. And Sarah paid a lot of time to that scene to describe her fear and her hiding and all that, so it makes sense. Tamlin's like, I could smell you were afraid. Pheromones, whatever, hormone, who knows. Towards the end of this chapter, which we're almost there, he speaks about what you should do instead of stealing knives is eavesdrop. That'll serve you much better than, like, trying to fight us.
I guess I just took it as him being, like, cheeky. Like, being like, I also know you were eavesdropping. I don't actually think he was giving her advice. Really?
Oh, it felt that way to me. I don't know. It seemed very like, he was like, that is actually a better idea. If you're going to do something stupid. In a
sense, I think he's saying, like, stop trying to use might.
Use
your brain.
Yes. Okay. And
I guess that,
yes,
I don't think he was being like, please keep eavesdropping. But I think he's being like, use your brain. Stop thinking you're going to fight us. You're not going to fight us.
Yes.
Which is accurate.
It's so accurate.
And I think it also was him doing a second call out. You're right. Clever way.
I think I missed that part, but you're right.
Right. It's him being like, okay, fine, you owned up to this, but like, let's roll it back a little.
Are you completely going to come clean now? Or are we going to get everything on the table?
I think that was my take.
Which is interesting from, a kidnapping abuser to require so much honesty, apparently.
I want you to form your own opinion. What if we come to a standstill and you're like, I hate
We'll see.
Tamlin.
Yeah, no, I definitely could. I have no allegiances here.
Right.
Other than the truth.
I don't have any. Why do I have allegiances,
I don't know. Why do you? You like a beast.
Because of that, you think. I like a beast more than your average gal, I think. But, like, I don't
know. You like average gals a lot, too.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yes, I like a beast. I like an average gal. And I like...
a vampire.
Yeah, like, give me a break. The bad guy shows up.
Yeah.
Like, when he was the bad guy...
I gotta read how hot this bat form seems. He has psychic powers. He's got, like, enveloping wings. He's giant, probably. He has, like, claws. He's got a...
He doesn't have claws.
Does he echolocate the pussy? I don't know.
See, now that would have been creative.
That would have been, like... like, I know how to make her come...
That's so good.
That's the worst. I don't know. How do you make echolocation?
I meant the idea.
I know you didn't mean that.
Okay. Okay. I don't. Yeah.
And then he can like make his dick the exact shape of the canal with fairy magic.
But couldn't any of them do that? Why does he have to be a bat?
Because he can he knows the shape.
Oh, I see what you mean.
From echolocation.
I see what you mean. I mean, technically, the canal is so. It doesn't, it's...
Well, I guess he could mix it up. Every Monday it could be hot dog shaped. Every Tuesday it could be like...
Again, this doesn't require...
Coke can.
This doesn't require him being a bat.
No, well, you're right, yeah.
Anyone can do this.
All right. So the echolocation and the pussy power is useless. That's what you're telling me.
Well, you're saying she can come from it. Why did we suddenly... We're like, now it's raunchy. Now this podcast is raunchy.
Because we broke through the membrane. This is how we're going to be.
The membrane.
Yeah.
The hymen. We broke through the hymen.
Absolute
this episode.
cinema.
That's why you have all that
me.
blood on your hands.
Holy shit. Cauldrons, yes.
No. You have to keep going with the cauldrons. cauldrons.
You know I will.
Okay, so what the fuck? Okay, yeah, is he hot in the bat form? I don't know. He's just a man with wings. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. So.
Maybe a man with wings is kind of hot, right?
I don't disagree.
It kind of makes a man hotter.
Yeah, of course.
Getting some wings. You know?
I don't.
But that is the monster equivalent of the supernatural problem we were talking about.
That's what I'm saying. It's barely monstrous, but that's why. But she's right. The same fans who won't give Lucian a fucked up eye, all they want is just give me a little bit of wings. That's it.
Would a bat really be the? Is he the High Fae then?
Yeah.
He's the Fae Lord of Night.
Yeah.
Would he be? Would a bat be in charge of the night?
Why not? What else?
An owl? A million other
but
night predators?
But they all seem equally as possible, so of course you pick a bat.
Bats are small. Oh, yeah, because owls aren't hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're cozy.
They're sweet.
They're smart. They're not, yeah. That's true.
Okay.
I'm going to take it upon myself to make a hot owl in something.
I mean, maybe you could.
do it.
I'm like, hawk girl's kind of hot, so like...
That's a hawk. We don't think of owls as predators, but they're some of the best predators out there.
I know, they don't have that sharp thing going on.
No, they're kind of like, they don't need it.
Ooh. You know, like they got big eyes.
This is the most unhinged shit within spitting distance of the end, too.
I know, we're so close. Okay. Hey, she says she thought nobody noticed her take the knife. He's like, yeah, I did notice. And also, I can smell when you're scared. So I knew.
Erotic.
She says sorry. Right, so then he's like, maybe you'll learn something by eavesdropping. Like I said, I think that was just like another call out. And again, kind of being like, stop trying to fight us. It's stupid. She asked why Lucian said they were running out of time. Are more creatures like the Bogge going to show up?
Probably, yeah.
I thought it was interesting. She says that Tamlin goes really rigid and scans the room.
To see who's listening, even though no one else lives here? I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, maybe. I'm thinking.
There are invisible spies, right?
What'd you say?
She was fucking being like watched by the giggly things. Yeah. Whoever that is.
Well, that's relating to probably why he's doing this, is all I'm thinking.
Does he know about the giggling gigglers right now? Or does he suspect the giggling gigglers?
He knows.
Are they gnomes?
I can't say.
That's a yes. Keep going.
He says, I'm an immortal. I have nothing but time, Feyre. Which is like, okay, but like 3 seconds ago, I just heard that you didn't, so...
Yeah, I think this is his shitty way of, like, denying what she's asking.
And then it says, he said my name with such intimacy. And then she also thinks about how powerful, how he's killing all these creatures, how scary he is, and the juxtaposition of him saying her name like that while knowing how powerful she is gives her some sort of feeling. And there's something to that, right? Like if you like say like you admire a celebrity.
Yeah.
If you go and meet that celebrity and they say your name to you, you do feel like,
yeah.
Ooh, ooh, that's exciting that you're saying my name.
Why does Lady Gaga know I'm Frank? You know?
Yeah, if Lady Gaga said, hello, Frank. Wow.
My God.
Right. It's like that. There is something, and then I thought it was interesting because the whole thing with Faye and names.
True.
Right?
Wow.
I don't know if that was intentional. But
well, it doesn't seem like that's going to be
it's not
a plot
relevant.
point at all,
it's not relevant at all. But in the sense that you're just like names being powerful.
Yes. Yeah.
Is a thing.
He called her by her name.
Yeah.
And it spoke to something. It's not an echolocation, but he located something with her name. You know what I mean?
Okay.
All right.
Then he says the plague on their lands will also someday pass them by if their cauldron blessed. But yes, there will probably be more creatures coming. Then she thinks, oh God, if the borders are failing, I bet all the courts are going to fight each other and I don't want to be caught in a war or a revolution. God, I doubt I'd even survive.
Literally what happened. And true, but also like...
Tamlin opens up a set of doors. And when he does this, she notes his powerful back muscles.
It's like a loading scene in, like, I don't know, Bloodborne. He's like...
Yeah. She comments how she won't forget how powerful he is or what he's trained to do. I think that's all very erotic.
Yes.
And
I agree.
He says, as requested, the study. And then it says,
She
I saw
shits her pants.
I saw what lay beyond him, and my stomach twisted. That's the cliffhanger. You're like, what's in the study that's making her... You're actually gonna need that so often. It's like a big thing that Feyre is always talking about her watery bowels.
I've heard, unfortunately.
So
I'm getting ready.
There you go. So you are like, what's in the study? It's gonna be something dumb.
It's not gonna be books. It's gonna be paints or something.
I don't think we're there yet.
Okay. It's not gonna be paints. It's gonna be books.
I think it is books, and she's just like...
I can't read.
Crying because she can't read. I don't know.
Crying in the club. I'm illiterate. Thanks, fam.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a crazy... We made that into a crazy ride. It didn't have to be a crazy ride, but we made it that way.
With us, it does, unfortunately.
It hadn't really... It hasn't been that crazy until...
I'm happy because we're starting. We're right now. Chapter 12.
It's happening.
Why
did it take... Off. 9 episodes? That's the sweet spot?
You have to pierce the membrane.
I don't know where else to go from here. So I think we should just end it and
have a great evening, morning, day, noon, night, week, lifetime.
I hope
we don't see you.
Will join us in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I hope so too. If this scared you,
I know. God.
So sorry.
If I see those numbers go down,
if this delighted you, you're my kind of guy or girl.
Probably a girl. Enjoy your day. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Much love. Bye.